Here's why I'm excited for VeChain as of right now. It's because allegedly on July 1st, there is something that's planned to be launched, and that is something called Stargate. Now, some people may be thinking, okay, who cares about this? How is this even going to impact the future of VeChain? And let me explain, because allegedly, right, Stargate introduces innovative staking and NFT features, hypothetically enhancing tokenomics, which could allegedly, in theory, help its ecosystem. So I do like that. Now, it's not like VeChain really needed any more, I would say, improvement, because I still believe in it anyways. I mean, if, let's say, this type of stuff never even happened, but I think this, if anything, kind of showcases that VeChain is this type of project that is looking to improve. It's thinking about the future. It's not this type of project that kind of treats this as a part-time or for fun type of thing, because some other projects out there, I see the team, I kind of feel like they're treating it as a part-time thing, and maybe it is, but then I'm just saying, it doesn't feel like they're taking it seriously, but this one kind of does, so I like that. Not to mention, we have to take a look at why I think VeChain is already solid as it is, hypothetically, in my opinion, because let's say we take a look at VeChain. I think it's focused on the right market, supply chain management. I feel like, again, not many projects out there really want to focus on this, but if we take a look at the supply chain management market, for instance, it is expected to be worth over $58 billion by 2030, according to Polaris Market Research. So I find that pretty interesting, and could this be an undervalued target, maybe? I mean, who knows? That seems like a little bit low, actually, to me, for considering how many businesses out there are actually focused on supply chain management, and how many businesses out there as well can even improve their supply chain management, right? So then it is what it is, but then I still find that pretty interesting nonetheless. We also have to take a look at the VeChain Thor blockchain, which allegedly, ever since 2018, zero network outages. That's very impressive. We see some other networks out there having to do this, do that, right? Sometimes they go down or whatever, who knows, and then they have to, in some cases, allegedly restart. Whatever the case may be, there's a bunch of situations. But then, the VeChain Thor blockchain, that is amazing reliability, actually. When it comes to VeChain, also, I like its partnerships. Partnerships allegedly do include PricewaterhouseCoopers, Deloitte, and both of them, by the way, they are part of the Big Four accounting firms. So that is very impressive. Not to mention, they're also allegedly, partners with BMW, H&M. So again, I kind of like the sort of recognition that VeChain has as of right now. Let's not forget VeChain and its involvement with, the UFC. We take a look at PowerSlap. So I just kind of find it very interesting that VeChain is, despite kind of not having this sort of hype and attention like, some of the meme coins out there, this is still something that I find very solid, at least hypothetically for me. And let's say reaching the price of 30 cents, that right there wouldn't surprise me whatsoever, even though nothing I say is financial advice, because if it were to go to that price, considering current circulating supply, market cap at that point would be around $26 billion. That's around a 14x from here. Keep in mind, Dogecoin, years ago, we're talking about back in 2021, reached a market cap of over $80 billion. And that's years ago. So are we saying that this market cap is too much to ask for? I mean, that wouldn't surprise me, right? Around the 26 billion. Let's say VET just went to the price of 15 cents, around a 7x from here, more or less, right? I don't find that as something that is like even too bad, because let's say we take a look at Bitcoin. Some people are saying, oh, it can go to 300 grand or whatever. In theory, hypothetically, maybe. Let's say if it ever even reaches that, that's slightly less than a 3x from here. The way you take a look at it is that what would have an easier time, let's say just doing a 3x, VET or Bitcoin? Who knows, only time will tell, but just because VET is an altcoin, because it has a way lower market cap, in theory, that is something that I might find easier, at least in my perspective. Now, VET, keep in mind, it's the primary native token of, VeChain, but then, of course, there's something else called VTHO, which stands for VeChain Thor Energy, and it's basically kind of like a gas fee type of thing. I still find it pretty interesting, but you know what? I am also a fan of VET, and that's the one I'm talking about in this video, but I just wanted to mention it anyways. And as to when the market will wake up, in my opinion, I have no way of exactly knowing that, because how can I? I don't know how to tell the future. Like, I don't have those capabilities. So what can I do in the meantime, though, right? Because instead of me worrying about the future, which I have no control over, I am going to focus on things that are within my control. And that is just dollar cost averaging, holding, and just waiting. Literally, that's it. Because beyond that, I can't do anything else. I'm just going to stay patient, and we'll see what happens. But you know what? I'm going to still stay very patient because the way you take a look at it is that I love the fundamentals of VeChain. I like the exchange listings when it comes to vet, and I like the community. I think it's very passionate. So I'm not going to give up. Only time will tell as to when exactly, hypothetically, it is going to start waking up, and also just the altcoin space in general, if it even ever does. But I'm going to still stay patient because I believe in this project, and I'm just going to stay consistent and just hold and just wait. Literally, that's it. And feel free to subscribe if you enjoyed this video. I'd greatly appreciate it. It's Mali the Captain, and I'll catch y'all on the next one. I'm out. Peace. Bye.